or at the bottom of a screen or regarding a performance. Dubbing is when you actually put voice over the original voices, usually with a different language, when you talk about exporting or importing movies or audiovisual material in general. I have some questions for you to begin with to put your mindset on audiovisual materials and things that you do unawardedly. I will talk to you then about the challenges of translating this audiovisual material, and then I will finish by talking to you about the consequences of translating in general. So if I ask you, have you ever watched a movie that's not spoken in English or in a language that you don't speak in general, say Chinese or Japanese? I'm sure you'll probably answer yes to that question, even if it's not a movie about any audiovisual material. And if you have, then how did you understand what they were saying? Do you remember if it had subtitles, or maybe it was dubbed, so there was the voice of someone speaking a language that you do know? Now, how comfortable did you feel when you were watching these about the real meaning of the information? On the other hand, you could have seen a TV program or a movie being spoken in a foreign language when the original was in English or in your own mother tongue, and it sounded completely different and completely abnormal to you. Now, all of these goes into what the subtitling and dubbing of audiovisual material is about. When you subtitle or you dub, you are transmitting information when language is a barrier. But it's not as easy as speaking two languages. And in most cases, some people know two languages and they realize, well, that's not what the person says, that's written at the bottom. It should have been longer or more precise. And that happens because when you translate, for these purposes, you have restrictions that, as an audience, we don't know about. But we still have to capture the information and transmit it. So for those who do not speak the language that's being spoken at the back, it's still understandable. And the other problem, or the other challenge that you come across, is the culture that is aligned with the language. Sometimes references to landmarks, or geographic references, or even national identities that can become as a joke within a certain culture, and then when you change the language, it's out of place. And the translation of humor, or proverbs, or saying, is what proves the most difficult, especially because they carry this cultural hint on it. As examples of what happens as the consequences, and talking about these cultural problems, I can talk to you about the movie Pulp Fiction. And there is a scene where Uma Thurman does a sign of square, and it means don't be square, which in English meant a long time ago, it was a popular saying to say don't be obsolete, or don't think that way. But then when you change it into Spanish, it wouldn't make any sense if you just talk about the geometrical figure, the geometrical shape. So they had to go around that and change what she was saying. In the same case, or along those lines, we also have the movie Babel, which is with Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett. And it's actually in a multicultural setting, and it has many languages spoken, Spanish, Arabic, Japanese, and English. And one funny thing that happened is when it was commercialized in Spain, the whole movie got dubbed in Spanish. So the English part got dubbed in Spanish, but also the foreign languages to the movie, they got dubbed in Spanish as well. So in the scenes, for example, that involve the Japanese characters, it's a bit weird that you are understanding what they say when the original intention of the director is that you shouldn't understand what they were saying. You should just feel a bit lost, because that's the idea of the movie. If we talk about a bit more on the consequences, we have, I can give you two more examples of how, two more clear examples of how this affects audiovisual material.